Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to H.A. Goodman on YouTube. Hit subscribe. Be here every day at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Pacific. And of course, I'll have a live stream later tonight and numerous uploads in addition to the 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. This is a huge, huge story. Tell your friends, share this segment everywhere, hit subscribe. We're almost at 200,000 subscribers. Hunter Biden likely to score generous plea deal from feds. Ex-prosecutor, New York Post, by two wonderful journalists. This is a New York Post article, and there are other articles talking about this. Reports that federal prosecutors are on the verge of wrapping up the Hunter Biden investigation suggest that a generous plea deal for the first son is in the works. That is according to a former Justice Department official. Fox News and CNN reported that the Delaware grand jury probe of Hunter was at or near a critical stage, with sources telling CNN that officials recently discussed potential tax charges and a potential charge for making false statement in connection with a firearms purchase. Now, you might say, oh, you see, he's going to get away with everything. This isn't what, anyone else would experience had they committed the crimes that Hunter committed. I understand that, but at the same time, you're not taking into account respectfully the fact that Trump Republicans will own the House and the Senate. You will have everyone from Rand Paul to Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, Ron Johnson, Jim Jordan, Matt Gaetz. You will have Trump Republicans obsessing over this. They will make me look like a Democratic Party operative. They are going to make it their life's mission to not only investigate any plea deal, to ensure that there are crimes, future indictments pertaining to Hunter, but also impeachment of Joe. Joe knew this is a very simple way of looking at things. So when Democrats say, oh my God, Trump was worse, they cannot find a crime pertaining to Trump. They cannot find. That's why they're investigating forever. You don't have to investigate with Hunter. You knew that he has all of those emails, 150 suspicious financial and banking transactions. I mean, you can investigate, of course, but it's right there. You knew that crimes were committed, and prosecutors within the government, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, social media algorithms all hid this from sight. People did not allow the electorate to understand that Hunter was under federal criminal investigation while Trump was getting impeached in 2019 for, God forbid, asking if another country could see if Joe Biden committed a crime. He didn't say, indict Joe Biden, send him to prison in your country. He alluded to perhaps looking into whether or not he committed crimes. They impeached him. They went out of their minds for that. Democrats did infinitely worse, purchasing a dossier, filtering it through the United States government, completely false, with help from foreign nationals, some within the Kremlin also. They're the ones who colluded. This is all public record knowledge. Okay, the Steele dossier was the epitome of fake and false and bogus and just news that was not accurate. Well, not just not accurate, completely and utterly false. And then Democrats pontificate, but Trump doesn't tell the truth. All they've done, all media, Democrats, and people generally, Democratic voters have done, is believe lies or tell lies about Trump. Is he perfect? No, but we had record highs in household median income under Trump, my God almighty. I mean, you like poverty? Vote for Biden or vote Democrat in the midterms. But the midterms will have the House and Senate, Trump Republican. Be here on this channel. Hit subscribe. I got to tell people, I'm sorry, but I have to tell, hit subscribe. Become a member of this channel. To my new members, thank you. Become a member. It's at the home page. If you want to give a super thanks, the super thanks buttons below next to the like and the share buttons. Support this channel and my work via Patreon. If you want to read my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications, go to hagoodman.com. I'll be revamping my website also. And ladies and gentlemen, be here tonight for the live stream. I'll have a live stream probably around 5:30, 6 p.m. Pacific or so, around there. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not just the New York Post, okay? It's not just the New York Post. It's Politico. Hunter Biden's prosecutors rejected moves that would reveal probe earlier. The United States government went to bat for Hunter. We understand this, but see, again, this doesn't mean that, like, the system is completely corrupt. And yeah, it is. There's a lot of corruption. There's a two-tier justice system, especially when it comes to Trump compared to Democrats. The thing is, the pendulum is swinging, ladies and gentlemen. The pendulum is swinging towards Trump Republicans. Things are going to get a lot better for Trump Republicans, the country in general, and there's going to be accountability in terms of the Durham Probe Special Counsel, more indictments. He'll get a conviction, 1 out of 5 counts. There's 5 counts with Danchenko, the Steele dossier subsource. If anyone should try to get a plea deal, it's Igor Danchenko with John Durham. Okay, he'll get 1 of the 5 counts at least, because the Steele dossier was only about lies. And they wouldn't have investigated Trump without the Steele dossier. So that was very important. Okay, you'll have Bureau officials testify, well, there were other factors as well, but that was a prime factor. That was one of the main reasons. And so the Durham Probe Special Counsel is very important. Trump announcing, very important. Trump Republicans taking over the House and the Senate, hopefully, doing things to save us from a complete economic catastrophe. We have inflation at 9.1%. Not Trump's fault, directly related to mashed potato brains and Democrats. Democrats, media, experts pushed to taint the U.S. economy, and they did so. We are now experiencing the inflation caused by not only high oil prices, so oil per barrel, WTI is around $100. Brent crude was at 110 the other day. They're going to both go way past $100 again, which will keep inflation at over 9%, because energy prices is a huge component of inflation. When diesel prices go skyrocketing and you have trucks transporting food to retailers and supermarkets, the price of food goes up, because you have truckers and transportation companies spending an enormous amount of money on fuel costs. So you can raise interest rates during a recession. When Democrats said last year inflation is a temporary, they were wrong. I was right. I called this in September of 2021. I said we're going to have a recession. We're going to have a stock market crash. We haven't even seen the market crash yet. The market's been crashing and descending. We haven't even seen it yet. And it's going to be terrible, ladies and gentlemen, as I beg for super chat during my live streams and the super thanks here and the Patreon. I'm telling everybody, save your money. Save your money. Make sure, God forbid, if you get laid off, God forbid, you have a plan, another plan in terms of another corporation, another job, perhaps a business that you could start yourself. Perhaps start a business yourself now. Start a YouTube channel. If you're really good at something, or if you enjoy something, if it's a passion of yours, you upload every day, you will get subscribers. And you can make a good deal of money, or, some nice money if you are passionate about a hobby or a topic or something. I mean, there are people who make watches and repair watches. There are people who, there are veterinarians who work with cattle. You could see them, like, taking care of, like, the hoof of a cow or a horse. Okay. There's lots of things that you can't really, you might not think, oh, well, you know what? But anyway, make sure you have some kind of safety net, because there are going to be layoffs. There are going to be massive layoffs. You're going to have an AIG and Lehman Brothers moment, almost certainly. We have been, this cushion has been $10 trillion in fiscal and monetary stimulus. So inflation at 9.1%, but consumers have enough money to spend still for energy costs and food which is a huge part of consumer spending. When they say consumer spending is still up, it's like, well, consumer spending is up because people are spending more money on energy and food prices and rent. You have to live in, like, a house or an apartment or some kind of structure. You have to eat and you have to clothe yourself and drive. These are things that Democrats take, like, they don't even think that people do this. They just think that everyone obsesses over Trump and doesn't have to drive to work or feed their families or buy clothing or, go to the supermarket. They don't think anyone lives. They just think everyone obsesses over Trump the way they do. And so the average American now is going to want accountability. At least they'll want a different economy. You might not like Trump, but if you want a better economy, you vote Trump Republican. If you want poverty, just continue with what's happening now, with Democrats running the House, Senate, and poverty and the executive poverty is at 14% plus. It was at a record low under Trump. It was at a record low under Trump. Okay, that's a fact. The 10%, it was at a record low since poverty numbers came out in 1959. Household median income was at record highs. I'm going to continue to talk about that. It's very, very important. And so then last year of his presidency, Democrats completely tanked the U.S. economy. And so that was not Trump. That was media, experts, bureaucrats, hysterical, apoplectic, wonderful, morally superior, highly educated people saying we had to end economic activity because it is for your benefit. The average age of the U.S. labor force is 40 years old. You do the math on that if you know the numbers and statistics, and you can understand how absurd everything was. But anyway, hit subscribe to this channel. Be here at 11 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to just promote, a routine on this channel. I think that'll help with getting to 200,000 plus, especially going into midterms, Trump's announcement, a complete change in American politics towards everything that I've been saying, that you've been saying, that you've been wanting. Go to the stock market crash channel right now. I have a segment prior to this one. Go to the nuclear confrontation nuclear confrontation channel. In about a half an hour, I'll have a segment after this one. And be here at 11 a.m., ladies and gentlemen, on this channel. See you soon, everybody. Thank you.